Hello, everyone. Welcome to TUI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in the world of Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundaries, the name of the show. And we've got Dwaipan Datta, who joins us from Chennai. Joining us from Mumbai is Nitin Naik. And also joining us very shortly will be Arani Basu from NCR. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. I wanted to start off with
Thank
you,
you.
Dwaipan. We always keep talking about the big boys in the IPL, the big teams, the big franchises. What about the sides that are perennial underdogs in the tournament? Do you see any one of them punching above their weight in this particular edition of the IPL?
See, it's no longer about punching above their weight. Like that idea is gone. Like that was once upon a time when Bombay, Mumbai, and Chennai used to build their teams according to a, a strategy, an idea. They cracked it first because in IPL there cannot be anything punching above their weight because everyone has the same purse. So this punching above their weight idea is, in it, to start off, it's flawed. Mumbai and CSK cracked the idea of how to build a good team a little earlier than the others did. That's why they were so successful. But now that gap has been bridged. That does not exist anymore. Mumbai still looks the most powerful because they still have that core of kind of the core of yesterday still with them who are playing. That's why they look so strong. But these teams are as powerful as any of the other teams. There is nothing called a powerhouse in IPL anymore. Like Delhi Capitals, as powerful as anybody else. Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Capitals, these are superb teams. Gujarat Titans, already a champion, played the final the next year. Had it not rained, they would have won that final. So you cannot call them, you cannot say that they will be punching above their weight. They are pretty much on par, and they have cracked the code of team building, and they are as much a favorite as any of the other teams in this IPL.
Nitin, how do you see this scenario? In a way, DD is right because everybody's at the same level. It's not like Ranji Trophy where, uh, in fact, even in Ranji Trophy, everybody has the
Trophy as
same
well.
money. It's just about the intent of the state association which matters. Is it the same in the case of the IPL as well?
I have a slightly left field choice, a left field view on this, Chandresh. That we need to be we need to keep in mind that if a team has not qualified for playoffs for maybe 3 successive years, then I think the television fee that goes to them needs to be of a lesser amount. I think there has to be some jeopardy for playing poorly, because and then maybe and then that portion can then be incentivized to give another team who has who has come up the ranks. Like I correct me if I'm wrong. Aroni maybe will be able to help me with this. I think DC have not made the playoffs for 4 successive years.
Yeah.
22, 23, 24,
Mm.
25. Now that's serious trouble. Now that I mean that would be hurting your fans, your investors, your franchises, your franchisee, and the players. I mean, all the players who are representing the franchise want to be there when the business end of the tournament comes. So I would want a system introduced where if a team has not made the playoffs, keep a cutoff maybe 3 successive years. If a team has not made the playoffs for 3 successive years, maybe 30% of the television money gets cut for that franchise. Only then, I think what has happened now is because all the franchises get the same amount of money from the television broadcast fee or the central pool, I think it's called. Uh, so there is no
Accountability.
accountability, or there is no hurt or damage
Mm.
caused. There is no fear of any repercussion. So I feel that if you introduce something like that, or maybe a relegation system, or have, keep two more teams ready for next year, and then the teams that finish at the bottom two go out, and these two teams come in. So maybe we need to think about that. Otherwise, there's just no. It doesn't make sense to keep rewarding teams with same amount of money for performing poorly.
Okay. Aruni, you've joined and people have started firing the super chats as well. We'll get to that, but where do you stand on this whole thing?
See, the Indian cricket talent pool has become very uniform over the last decade. I think thanks to IPL and corporatization of the game. Once the corporates have got in, they have reached the remotest of the areas of the country. So it has now that CSK and Mumbai, through the panel mentioned, through had cracked the template first. But since the money plateaus, the amount of money that you can put in talent scouting plateaus at a level, and it becomes uniform for every franchise. And then we have this mega auction after every 3 years. So you cannot be building a brand. You cannot be judging a team, a culture of a team. A team does not have a team culture as per se. Like we have to move on from the mega auction thing. But again, it's for the TV. The Indian cricket is meant for TV. Auction is made for TV. Auction generates curiosity around the year. So there are a lot of multi-level complexities here. But the board has always tried to make this a very competitive tournament. They say that's why the ICC has also left a window open for IPL to have a to be smoothly conducted as well with all the resources that are available. So talent-wise, tapping talent has become there is a uniform template across the franchises. So it's about execution on that particular season. RCB had qualified multiple times for the playoff. They could not execute. They fell short. CSK had that thing going with they could hold on to their core with MS Dhoni. Same with Mumbai Indians. That's why they could dominate for so many years. Now, what's happening is, even in Indian cricket, now that we are much more obsessed with moving on from superstar cultures, we are looking into utility players. So, so Punjab Kings may not have any player playing the World Cup. RCB didn't have a player playing the T20 World Cup. Only Arshdeep Singh played in the T20 World Cup. So two finalists. They had just one India player playing in the T20 World Cup. So we are not actually judging a team, the brand of a player according to what it does, what he does for India uh, at a certain level. To become a megastar like Shubman Gill or someone else, then you have to be a big India player. But at a certain level, the money is uniform for everyone. So that has, I think, kind of leveled the playing field, and it comes down to the management again, how they execute. We know it is. People say owners don't meddle with the playing 11 and everything. They do, and it comes down to that. That CSK and MI could have a culture of playing. They had a brand. They had built a brand of cricket. It was because the owners did not interfere as much as the other franchises did. So they had given a free hand to MS Dhoni or Rohit Sharma and everything. So the management level is sorted, then you can have a proper culture again. But then after 3 years, you change the core of the team. The fan base does not know where to go. I think Delhi Capitals finally got a brand through Rishabh Pant, and then they let him go for the mega auction. So where does the fan go? So you cannot. It's about execution. during that season for which team executes properly well better than the other teams during that season. It has come down to that.
Okay. Didi, we're getting some questions. I'll start taking those questions. Gaurav Jain has a question. Didi, sir, last 2 years there were no good openers, but Rutu batted three. But this year we have Ayush, but Rutu opening. What stupidity? Is this high time? High time as captain, he stops taking stupid decisions. Oh God. I'm sorry for the language, but
Yeah, but it was a surprising call. I'm just guessing, like, because CSK doesn't allow people to watch their nets and all, so I don't know how Ayush Matre is batting. Whether Ayush Matre makes the first 11, that also with this decision,
hmm.
I'm not very sure whether he makes the first 11, because whatever I have seen of Ayush Matre, wherever I have seen him, I have seen him opening. So this decision not to play him as an opener, does it mean that one of those Urvil Patel or this this Karthik Sharma, one trying to fit one of those guys in, or Sarfaraz Khan? I'm not very sure about that, because this decision might have come on the basis of what they have seen in the nets, because we don't get to see the CSK nets. I have no clue as to how they are performing, what they are playing, so they keep it to themselves. But this decision of Rutu and Sanju opening, it comes as a surprise to me, because I was told earlier that Ayush Matre and Sanju will open and Rutu will come at 3. That is how it is going to be like. But this is a surprise. This is
my
a
my
surprise.
counter question. My counter question,
Yeah.
Didi. How do we take whatever Ruturaj said at that event yesterday or at face value?
No, I think we can
Okay.
take it as, on face value, because Ruturaj is the captain of the team. Like he is the captain. He has been given those powers. The team has been made according to his and Fleming's choice. So it is very much his team and his calls. Like he is calling the shots at the moment in CSK, following what has happened in the last 2 years and the debacle that happened up in the auction last year. So right now he is taking the call. So if the team fails, the onus of the failure will also be on him. He will not be the captain next year, if or maybe middle of the year. I don't know, because he did take a few very bad decisions last year as captain. He could not use Jadeja properly, etc., etc. There were things which were not going very well. But yes, let's see. But it is a surprise to me, and I am guessing it could be something to do with Ayush Matre's form or something that I don't know, because Ayush Matre, as I see him, is an opener. So I have not seen him play in any other slot. You guys, if you can enlighten me, I'll be happy to be enlightened.
I have done commentary on Rutu playing at number 7 and number 8 in the Maharashtra Premier League.
Hmm.
And I've also seen him keep wickets in the Maharashtra Premier League when he wanted to make a entry into the T20 side of India as a wicket keeper batter. Uh,
Oh,
so it's happened.
so
So
he has
there's one
tried
more
to
follow-up
make
question for you. Who will bat at who will bat at number 3 for
yes,
CSK? And
that is
Cristiano Ronaldo says
yes, that is what
CSK
I
can
am
also play
also.
Rohit Patel.
Yeah, there are quite a few choices. If you see, like, if Ayush Matre is not a certainty in the team, then they're probably trying to free up a spot there. It can be whoever is batting well in the nets. It can be Urvil Patel, it can be Sarfaraz Khan, it can be that Karthik Sharma, whoever is playing well. It is a decision based on what they see at the nets and whoever is batting well, or maybe Deval Brevis go up, Shivam Dubey goes
Mm.
up by one slot each, and they have a middle order slot lower down, maybe at five, around six ish, where they will fit in another Indian player who is in form. So they're probably going to take a call on that basis. So I'm slightly surprised, but I'll wait. I'll see, because they do not reveal their 11s, and they do not allow people to watch the practice. So it is very difficult to take a call. If I say anything, I'll just be speculating like any of you.
Interestingly, a lot of franchises have started this closed door thing. Yesterday, also Delhi Capitals have sent the media out when they started their practice matches. KKR is broadcasting their own practice matches. I don't know. Now I think they are getting very careful about their strategies or they want to sell it on their social media platforms. I don't know. But I think this is becoming a trend here.
Okay. I hope Chennai Super Kings recognize Shivam Dube because obviously Indian Railways don't recognize Shivam Dube. So that's a problem now in India.
Okay.
Okay, Nitin. Other thing that has happened today has been the schedule announcement by the
Mm.
BCCI. There are a lot of angry questions. I want you to answer. Cristiano Ronaldo says disappointed with BGT test venues just because BCCI Ala Adhikaris from Assam give test match to Assam. Uh, taking all the questions at one go. And remember, after this, we won't be taking this question because we'll move on to IPL. Every big test series, test at Ahmedabad is fixed. Why Eden is kept out of loop for BGT, Aranita? This for you as well. And Someone says, shame on BCCI for not giving marquee test venues for BGT. Guwahati or Ahmedabad, sab pe thop rahe jagah. Mumbai, Bengaluru will watch mighty Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. No test in BGT test in England in Eden since 2001. None at Wankhede since 2004. And one more, there was one more question. Uh, yeah, this would be like Australia hosting its five market tests in Hobart, Brisbane, Kalgoorlie, Wollongong, and
Yeah.
Canberra. Horrible venues for a top series. Why another test match in Guwahati? Nitin, do you have answers for this?
I don't, except I think the fact that maybe the board wanted to troll both the Mumbai Cricket Association as well as the Karnataka Cricket Association by giving them, and I mean, with due respects to Zimbabwe, by giving them an ODI against Zimbabwe, both the key associations, and
And that Zimbabwe series came out of was a left
out
field
of the
choice
blue.
because
Yeah,
it
it
was not
was.
part of the
It
FTB.
was not part of the FTP. No, no, no. And it was, and it's also Chandresh. It's what saddens me is the fact that I mean I covered the India versus West Indies Test match in Ahmedabad in October, and all 3 days, even when India were playing so well, all 3 days, I think the combined attendance would have been 5,000 people.
Imagine a one lakh
So
30,000 stadium.
yeah, yeah, combined attendance of I think 5,000 people, which great facilities, great stadium, but there is no red ball culture in Ahmedabad. Sorry to say, there is no red, despite the fact that some of India's most historic occasions have happened in that city and in that stadium, but there is no red ball culture right now in to watch test matches over there. You put up a T20 game, you put up an ODI game, people will flock to the venues, but there is no red ball culture, and we saw even against South Africa, there was no crowd in Guwahati, despite it being the first test. At least out of pride, people sometimes take the trouble of buying the ticket and getting to the venue to show their support to the city. But clearly there is no red ball culture even in Guwahati, and it's really shambolic. I mean, it just shows that you're rewarding a center just because the BCCI security comes from there, and Ahmedabad. Well, we all know why Ahmedabad gets all the big games. So, and even Guwahati for that matter. I mean, it hosted the Women's World Cup semi-final. It hosted the World Cup opener against the Women's World Cup opener. So I mean, where are we going with this? I mean, there was a T20I also and a ODI last year. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Guwahati,
I think they played two games there, I think.
yeah, yeah.
No,
So
Qatar, Karachi, Guwahati. Guwahati also, I think they had one more.
yeah, so I mean, what are we doing with our cricket? And then we keep beating our chest saying that Test cricket is dying. If you don't want to host such key marquee Test matches in proper Test venues located in the heart of the city, I mean, there is no better location for a Test venue than Mumbai and Bangalore. Bangalore obviously is MG
Eden
Road.
Gardens.
Mumbai, Eden Gardens. Mumbai is heart of Churchgate. So, um, I mean, I really question the BCCI's wisdom if they have one. Really.
And I will
Right.
just add one more thing, Chandresh, to this having a test, because I covered the last test match in Barsapara in Guwahati. See, the light starts fading from 2:30. From
Oh yeah,
3
they
the
had the lunch before
yeah
and the
from
tea later. Yeah.
from 3 p.m. the floodlights are on in full swing, and by 4 the match has to end. So immediately when you are playing in Guwahati, you are turning the game into a like a
75 over
350
day.
over 350 to, yeah, like maybe another 325 over game, 375 over game, like so. There in that match India played poorly, so there was a result. But if both the teams play well on a good pitch, on a good competitive pitch, there will never be a result in Guwahati. So what is the option? You make a bad pitch. You make a bad pitch to quicken things up. So you are compromising on the quality of cricket, because you will never have the option of having a 450 over game in Guwahati. That is a very bad thing.
Yeah, sports fan says
One more
tactically
thing,
also.
Chandresh.
Yeah, before
What?
yeah, just take this
Yeah,
point. It's easier to plan too for team based on historical evidence and newer test reviews. Home team also won't know what to expect. Yeah, go on.
yeah. That's why South Africa won. I don't think so. Uh, I don't think so. But Chandresh, if you look back, the 2024 England series also had these offbeat test venues, Dharamshala, then Ranchi, Rajkot, and it was I was told that because these centers did not get World Cup matches, 2023 World Cup matches. I was trying to figure maybe that could have been one of the reasons for again doing this. But again, does the BCCI have a rotation policy at all now? So I think they've binned it for good. But Ranchi is a bit of a. It's hard to. I don't know why Ranchi comes up so frequently right these days.
Good question. Good question. Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
Uh,
Maybe it's because of
Maybe I think Raipur will soon get into that, become a test venue as well.
okay. Arani, there are a few questions for you as well.
Hmm.
Like I said, super chat. Harsh says, Aranida, update on Josh Inglis availability.
Not clear as well as of now, but again, we'll get to know in a day or two where
Okay.
he is at this moment.
He's getting
Okay.
married, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
They
think he
don't.
will
They,
turn up in a week or two.
yeah, they don't talk to Indian cricketers. They finish everything 15 days before. They also follow
Uh,
the
uh,
diktat. 15 days before everything should end, and
uh,
15 days after.
uh,
मानिक प्रीत सिंह says अरनी अरनी सर हेजलवुड कब से अवेलेबल होगा खेलने के लिए I saw some photo on social media that he
uh,
was at the airport. Is it true or AI?
uh, I don't know. That's the problem these days with AI. You don't know what's the reality. But okay, we need to check with Hazelwood. But again, they will all come eventually come. But again, like Chandra said, and we discussed it in our last show. I think that these boards have tightened up. They're trying to show some spine now that we care for our players. We will not our players are not dispensable for the IPL, uh, which is fair on their part. Hazelwood cannot just risk his body at this moment. He's aging. Even Mitchell Stark or Pat Cummins, they're aging. They have a big series, big 18 months coming, I think, in Test cricket. So, yes, they will be careful, but I think they will all eventually turn up unless they have a serious fitness issue.
Okay. Didi Chirag Patel has a super chat. He says Akib Nabi should play against Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, West Indies, Afghanistan 50 over matches because of batting ability, and even Ireland 20 over series because he
Batting,
has batting ability and he'll be useful. People have already started planning ahead now.
One day cricket are they talking about? Like
Yeah, yeah,
50
yeah.
over
Yeah,
matches?
50 over
yeah.
matches. Yeah.
Uh,
50 over matches. Will India like? tinker so much. I don't think so. Like they will
Mm.
get into that mode of creating that a 15 man, 14, 15 man pool. And if you look at the team, your pace bowlers are, you are not compromising with your Bumrah, you are not compromising with your
Siraj.
Siraj, and who is the third pacer?
Arshdeep.
It
Uh,
will depend if
Arshdeep.
Harshit Rana was there, but he's injured.
So
And if it also depends
Hardik,
where Hardik stands. Oh,
Hardik will definitely play. Hardik
mm,
will be the
mm,
all-rounder. Hardik, I don't think will
mm,
play, just as Bumrah will not play too many T20s. I will be surprised if Hardik plays too many T20
mm,
internationals, and he kind of keeps
mm,
himself fresh for the one day. So I'm sure
mm,
Hardik will play one days for with South Africa in mind.
mm.
So yes, it's not a bad thing to think about Akib Nabi, but is there a slot? That is what I am wondering. Because Harshit Rana will definitely come back. Like I know there aren't too many fans of Harshit Rana around, but
And
he's
will they ditch Prasidh Krishna? That's also a big question.
Will they ditch
Uh,
Prasidh Krishna? Yeah, and
mm,
Prasidh Krishna and Akib Nabi are different kind of bowlers.
Yeah.
Prasidh is a
mm,
hit the deck bowler, bowls at a pace, who will probably be good in South Africa. Akib
Africa.
Nabi is a bowler whose length is slightly fuller and he attacks both the edges. He's a good bowler. He's a good. I think he's a better red ball bowler than a white ball
Bowler.
bowler.
Yeah.
That is what I my understanding from what I have seen. So I'll
So
be very keen
yeah,
to see how it shapes up. Yeah, like the Afghanistan test, they could have played him, but the thing is, what I understand is that in the Afghanistan test, India wants to play, the Indian selectors etc. wants to play the best team possible. Like even though it is not in the WTC cycle, so. Let's see how it
uh,
goes. But I will be very happy to see Akib Nabi in the Indian setup, at least in the red ball setup.
Didi, I have a follow-up question for this. The three additional ODIs that Zimbabwe, and remember, we could also have two additional ODIs in New Zealand. That's not been officially
No,
confirmed. I believe
I think yeah.
they're announcing in April.
Mm.
That's five ODIs added there straight away. Plus, you've got three ODIs possibly in Bangladesh as well. These additional ODIs, do you see them as a fact that it's for ROCO or is it for India's ODI World Cup campaign? How do you see them?
ODI World Cup. No, I don't think it's for Roko. I don't think it is for Roko. It is with the ODI World Cup in mind. Like uh, Roko is an added factor to it, but I'm not yet sure whether Ro will survive that long as a player. So like that is still, we will figure it out in due course. So and I don't think I
And
don't think.
mind you, I think they have left the March window absolutely open as well after the BJT. Don't
No,
be
but
surprised
then
if
it'll
they
be time
sneak
for
in three
IPL, no?
ODIs there as well.
No, but there'll be time for IPL, just like here. 15 days. It will start on 20th or something. IPL. You're forgetting IPL.
Okay.
And I will be very keen to see what is the cutoff they're keeping for kind of finalizing their. I think that they will do till February, March. Around
Post
that time, they will be trying out the
post next
players.
IPL. Yeah.
And post next IPL, once they get into that last 3 4 month home stretch, then they will just play the 15 that, or 15 or 16 that they will,
18.
which will go to the
So,
World
so,
Cup. Yeah,
so
maybe. Yeah.
suppose the World Cup starts around October 15th. So you have to give your
Hmm.
provisional 15 by September 15th. And
Mhm.
I think just before that, if everything remains calm, we'll also have the Asia Cup in the ODI format. If everything remains the same. So you're
Hmm.
looking at say August, September being Asia Cup time. And then so you actually have just a couple of months, June to August, to play
Hmm.
any other couple of bilateral series here and there. So that's the
Hmm.
only window available post IPL in my view,
Yeah,
because you'll have
yeah,
the
yeah.
Asia Cup and probably
No,
have one ODIs.
no, but I'm sure they will try to kind of fit in at
Hmm.
least 10, 12
And that
ODIs. That is how BCCI works. BCCI will find a way to ensure that
like
India
these
gets
like these
gets
three
some good.
ODIs against Zimbabwe.
Huh, huh.
Yeah.
They will get some games. They will get some games going into South Africa, but yeah, conditions like playing an Asia Cup in Dubai or wherever, I don't know, and playing in South Africa is different. So yeah,
I think Mumbai has got the Zimbabwe ODI, and probably Nitin will remember this because it will also be the 40th anniversary of Zimbabwe playing India at the Wankhede Stadium in the '87 World Cup. So it's a 40-year anniversary of
Momentous,
that match.
momentous.
test matches with that 25-year thing in mind, they should have had the those three venues should have got the
Yeah.
three test matches. Like
Mm.
that should have been
Do,
final.
does anyone in the BCCI have that kind of romance towards Test cricket?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. That is the
Look at
bare
look,
minimum you can do.
look at the way England have reacted for the Ashes, and that fact that people have not been sacked. It shows how much they care for Test matches.
Yeah, yeah,
They are not
yeah.
bothered about what happened in
Chandresh,
T20 World Cup.
Chandresh Shubman Gill's press conference, we have forgotten about his press conference as well. We'll be playing the IPL final on May 30 or 30, and then the 6th of June, we are playing Afghanistan in a test
Oh
match.
yeah, he said some
Uh,
10-day camp or something, no?
Yeah, he wanted a 10-day
12,
gap.
2 weeks he had said. Then,
So basically, Arani, your job now is to find out the key Test players and see if their teams make it to the playoffs, which means that they already know that they're going to be at that camp. So see, he's forward planning. So Gujarat is not
mm,
making it to the playoffs this time.
yeah.
There is a question for Oroni, though it says my name, but
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
Oroni answered
Abhishek Das
this.
has a question. Give me some information about Delhi Capitals and Tristan Stubbs. Recently, ESPN Cricinfo made a video about Tristan Stubbs getting vice captaincy of Delhi Capitals. Is it true?
See, I don't take this vice captaincy in IPL teams very seriously, honestly. It doesn't serve any purpose.
Even the
I think
Indian
last
team doesn't.
year, yeah. So last year, I think when Aksar sat out of a match, I think KL Rahul stepped in and led the team. So it will be on the fly. Yeah. With foreign players, you cannot block a place with overseas players. Yeah, it could be their
Unless they are
strategy or
short.
whatever. But I don't know. But really, IPL teams, vice captains, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. मानिक प्रीत सिंह says, चंद्रेश सर हेजलवुड आ गया है,
Oh,
आरसीबी ने ऑफिशियल पोस्ट डाल दी है. Okay,
तो
so then
ठीक है.
that is sorted.
There was a crazy RCB fan who had tweeted in the afternoon that his flight is just above the Bay of Bengal and he's going to land at Shoreditch Drive. So please go and welcome him.
Your daughters are RCB fans now?
Yeah, my elder one is yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Nitin,
Yeah.
Ajinkya Rahane, Manish Pandey, Rahul Tripathi, and Navdeep Saini in big 2026. What are your thoughts on KKR?
Yeah, it's a good retirement package for all of them actually.
Navdeep Saini, like he keeps coming back somehow, some way. I was seeing Kulwant Kejriwal has not played any cricket since last year's
Yeah,
IPL.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he hasn't played.
So what was he doing for a year?
I think Navdeep Saini is a good net bowler in
Very
IPL.
cool. Yes.
But you know what,
I
Chandresh,
think
I
he's
think
the most prolific net bowler in Indian cricket
He's a
history.
good net
but
bowler. I
since
mean,
he's from Delhi and Oroni would have covered him even at domestic level. I think looking at the way he was kind of drafted in, I think he was one guy who the Indian team really wanted to work.
Hmm.
They really.
Bharat Arun really wanted to work with.
Yeah, yeah. They really wanted the Saini inclusion to work, but sadly his body just gave up on him.
I think
And
he missed the bus in New Zealand when Ishant turned up
yeah,
with an ankle injury,
yeah,
and I think
yeah.
he was red hot in New Zealand at that time.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's where
The
the
series that
wheels
all
came
of us
off.
have forgotten, you remember? Because it
Yeah,
happened
two
just
zero.
before COVID. But this
COVID.
time you
COVID.
can't forget, Arani, you can't forget because this time IPL is 6 months after the New Zealand
Hmm.
series. The last three times, the New Zealand Test series has been before the IPL, so everybody forgets about.
So, no,
Uh,
what is the scenario of qualifying for the WTC final?
I don't know. I don't understand the
Seven out of
concept.
India has
nine
We
nine
have,
games.
test matches, so India has to win about 7 games.
Yeah.
oh, the-
Six,
so
but
two in New
Australia and
Zealand.
South Africa play a series, so they will cut a few points of each other. So there
I
Uh,
would
will
be
be more. I'll be more worried about that Sri Lanka series than the New Zealand one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they are
the
playing on
Gary
ranked
question will be.
earners,
Yeah, if
our
they play in
batters will be
Gaul and Prabhas
But I'm sure
Jayasuriya,
the viewers will go, Chandresh, because we
Yeah.
have sold it as an IPL preview show and we are discussing Test cricket.
Okay. uh, Didi, there's a question, but we'll have to take this. It's from a viewer only. Why every time we win ICC trophy, our Test cricket goes down, even venues? It happened in '83. It happened in 2011. Now it's happened three times in a row after winning ICC trophy.
See, 83, like, it was a great win. It was a fantastic win, but it
A movie
was,
was
it
made,
was,
Didi. A
it,
movie was made. We celebrate it every year. Please
yeah,
don't say
yeah,
anything defamatory.
and no, and yes, it is very close to our hearts, but it was a day's fluke. Let's not forget it. Like, that West Indies team was something else, and I watched that 83 Test series when they came to. That was probably my first Test series which I watched with a lot of like interest. I went to the Eden Gardens Test also where Gavaskar got out first. That was a different West Indies team. Like, you like, that is the greatest cricket team ever. Like, I have Australia in mind, but that was different. That is, you cannot play against that team. So India was one of the teams, just one of the teams. They had one good day, two good days, and they won. So it's okay. But 2011, see, the thing is, 2011, before the World Cup, we were playing a lot of cricket at home, barring that South Africa series. But just after World Cup, we had back to back foreign trips. Like, we won in West Indies, but then England and Australia,
England and Australia.
two hungry sides, good sides, and India not great, no Bumrah, so not that great. So, and Tendulkar and the Fab Four aging. So like, yeah, those Fab Four, right? Yeah.
And an injured Zaid Khan.
So,
Zach
so
breaking down the first day.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So that 8-0 happened. Now
And
which
also
one?
2-1 at home. England.
Hmm?
England
And we
2-1
lost
at
it
home.
to
That was, yeah,
12.
a
2012.
year later, a year
Uh,
later. But
That
then
entire
again,
stretch, in fact, that just shows. Sorry, I'm cutting Dwaipan here, but that
hmm,
entire stretch, Dhoni was so lucky to survive, and we know why he did. He lost 8-0. He didn't qualify for the T20 World Cup in Sri Lanka in the semis 2012. He didn't qualify for the Tri Series final in Australia. He didn't qualify for the Asia Cup final. Uh, then they lost against they lost against England 2-1. So a series of bad results, and yet that guy survived the axe. So
he survived the axe then, and he survived
and he
the axe
wielded the axe. He
20
wielded the axe.
he wielded the axe.
after.
In fact, yeah.
So, yeah.
Uh, we just have to call Yuvraj Singh for that. Manikpreet Singh has a counter question. Didi sir, बीसीसीआई ट्राई सीरीज अब क्यों नहीं अरेंज करती? ओडीआई की इंडिया ने लास्ट ओडीआई ट्राई सीरीज 2015 में खेली थी.
नहीं, ट्राई सीरीज का देखो, ट्राई सीरीज का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ट्राई सीरीज, द नॉन इंडिया गेम्स become
FTP.
like become liability fixtures for a host like BCCI, like, which is very kind of profit oriented, money oriented, like the way they think of cricket. The idea of a tri series does not work for them, because those games become a liability for them. So there is no way they can have a tri series and have New Zealand play Sri Lanka, and like, it is difficult for them. So that is why tri series won't happen in India anymore. India may end up playing 10 ODIs against two teams back to back in two series, but a tri series will not happen in India anymore because it is not commercially viable.
Okay. Sports fan says, Nitin, seeing Saini and Kejrolia, soon there will be some U-turn on retirement to get injury replacement.
Who is he hinting at?
I don't know.
No, but yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, even I when I saw Navdeep Saini, even I was very impressed, and I think the Indian team also really wanted that Saini bit to work desperately, but it just did not, wasn't meant to be. But at least I hope that he has a decent final leg of a white ball career, at least at the franchise level. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's something that just did not happen.
Okay, there's one more thing. Introspect says other teams fighting hard to find injury replacements for Indian domestic bowlers क्योंकि सब तो LSG
Yes,
और
yes.
GT में है सब लोग
ईशांत
हैं
शर्मा
भाई
भी है, ईशांत
हाँ
शर्मा
ईशान
भी है।
I forgot yeah he's also there he's still there
हाँ।
okay
That
uh,
franchise is headed by the guy who was always injured most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
okay Arani this is a question what Rajat as to this IPL in order to get into the Indian
What has
setup
to do? अच्छा, रजत पाटीदार।
Rajat Patidar, yeah.
I think, unfortunately, I think he's fallen really down the order in terms of where he stands for an Indian selection. Because I think the India A games that he has played, he has not looked very convincing. Even that India A game against South Africa at the COE, the ball was doing a little bit, and he was all at sea. I think he's now comfortable playing IPL, becoming a IPL star and anything. And how old is he? I think he's 33 already. I think 30, 33. The Indian team, I think his time was during that England series at home. He botched it up. I think he has no one else to blame for that. That he's still leading a champion RCB team is I think he's fitting a good enough reward for him at this moment. Uh, but if you never know if he comes up with an 800 run season or anything, which seems very unlikely with the kind of cricket that the modern day batters play. You never know. But I don't think Ruturaj scoring 100 in ODI and then not finding a place in the next series. So the competition is very tough. There's no room in middle order in ODI cricket. Maybe Test cricket here and there, but I don't think they want to invest in someone who's 33 already. They did with Karun Nair. I think that ship has sailed. They would rather give more time to Devdutt Padikkal in test matches. Ruturaj Gaikwad maybe in the middle order to strengthen that middle order because they have to plan a contingency plan for Ravindra Jadeja when he eventually quits Test cricket. I think Ravindra Jadeja's batting at number six has saved India blushes many a times in the last few years. I think they have, we only talk about number three, but I think that number six position also is going to be very crucial in the coming 2 years.
Okay. DD has a lot of fans. Sports fan says DD sir on full on roasting mode. And Manik Preet Singh says DD sir आजकल मूड में है बिल्कुल मूड में है
वो हमेशा मूड में है.
हाँ अच्छा this DD soothing sinking says feeling very sad for Rishabh Pant LSG have only one prime spinner injured हसरंगा पिछले सीजन भी सारे रिप्लेसमेंट बॉलर से काम चलाना पड़ा था so is it possible DD that Adam Zampa has got his bags almost packed in Lahore ready to come in place of Hasaranga
Why not? Like they can get uh, Zampa in for. Is it happening? Like is
I
it in
know
the
No, I
works?
think they're waiting for the NOCs, I think, with Hasaranga.
I
They're
don't know I'm just
Uh,
speculating sorry
okay. But I was looking at the LSG team. They have another
the
spinner, right?
Digvesh Rathi is there.
Digvesh
Indian
Rathi.
Digvesh
Digvesh Rathi.
Rathi is there.
Digvesh Rathi is there.
Uh,
Yeah, and
they have
I'm
let go of Vishnoi. They've let go of Vishnoi.
Bishnoi. Oh, they allowed
Went
Bishnoi
to
to
No,
go.
Ara.
no. Oh,
Went to
yeah.
Ara.
Went to RR. Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, Hasaranga was a key player for them. Hasaranga batting at maybe seven
yeah.
or eight, and he's a good. When he is fit, he's rarely fit, but when he is fit, he's a good T20 bowler. He's a good T20 bowler, very difficult to hit, gets wickets. He's a good bowler, but yeah, like. I don't know when he will be fit. Maybe Aroni will be in a better position to tell you that. But if he is fit, even if he is fit for 10, 12, 10, 10 games, 12 games, slightly later, 2, 3 weeks later, then
Hmm.
they should try to get him. But yeah, Hasaranga not playing is a big blow because that spin attack was built around him.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But hopefully, they have the full complement of fast bowlers. Uh, Nitin, will we see Gurnur Brar playing in IPL this time? Sai Kishore or Manav Sutar? Who will play first for GT in your view? And Gurnur Brar also, we forgot. He's also somebody that we built him right through the season, at least
Yeah, yeah,
team management.
yeah. Yeah. I think Sai Kishore, I think, who will play
He's
first
done
for
well.
GT? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he plays.
GT or India,
He's
he's
been
saying.
consistent.
GT.
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 Yeah, I think Sai Kishore has been, will get the nod because he's had the temperament. He bowls the difficult overs, keeps the big hitters in check. Also, is a little bit gutsy. He doesn't
Hmm.
mind getting hit for the odd six. Still, he has the desire to toss the ball up.
He
Um,
can get you wickets
that
actually. He can buy you
yeah,
wickets. Yeah.
and that venue that they play their home games on, Chandresh, it's an interesting venue, isn't it? I mean, most of the venues you will not have the variety of pitches that venue offers. Black soil, red soil, mixed soil. So they can curate their bowling attack, and depending on the opposition that they are playing on that day, they can decide which pitch to play on. And so I think very few teams have that kind of a luxury, and I think they have a decent bowling attack. I just get a little bit worried about Butler's form in the top three. I think is again a lot will ride on the kind of
Within
season that
Butler's form, then
yeah
Sai Sudarshan like
yeah
hasn't
Sai
played
Sudarshan
any cricket. He is coming
yeah
back
yeah
from an injury and he was in horrendous form in Test cricket,
Hmm.
correct correct
as
yeah
bad as it can get. So
yeah
and
yeah
Shubman Gill was somebody who was dropped from T20
Shubman in
cricket, so
fact
Shubman
will
Gill
be.
will manage.
Yeah, Shubman Gill. In fact, this is the season I think for Shubman Gill to show how hungry he is to get back into
Hmm.
the T20 scheme of things. He would be
Huh.
really, really hurt with the way he was let go after being given a particular position for a long length of time. But I think he'll be really hungry to do well, and he always bats very well in Ahmedabad. I think if they can win 5 out of 7 games there, I think they have the team to win 2 or 3 games elsewhere and qualify for the playoffs.
There's one more name that sports fan says Ashok Sharma, and he's somebody that I am very keen to look at very closely. So they
Hmm.
have Gurnur Brar and Ashok Sharma in a squad led by India's Test and ODI captain.
Hmm.
But I don't see him playing. He's right, actually, Nitin, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it will be difficult. I mean, with Siraj and Prasid, I think they would be automatic starters, both of
Or
them.
Rabada is there.
Oh,
Rabada is
Rabada is
there.
also there. And
Yeah,
last
yeah.
season he didn't
So
play most of the games.
Washington
Yeah,
Sundar is there.
Washington
I
Sundar
hope
Washington
is there.
Sundar.
doubt whether they will play Rabada because they have other foreigners. They will definitely play Glenn Phillips, and
Yeah. I
I
hope they
was
play. I hope they
Yeah.
play him.
uh,
Last
They
year,
did a nice video,
in-
everything falling and he's catching everything. I don't know if you saw
yeah,
that
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
when he
yeah.
arrived in India for the IPL this
Correct.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, my bad. Apparently, Gudakesh Moti is already waiting. It's not Adam Zampa. He's waiting for a
Ah,
call up. Some
yeah,
team will
yeah,
need a
yeah.
spinner. Some team will need a
okay.
spinner somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, just a final question for you, Arani. Nitish Reddy apparently said that he values
Hmm.
T20 more. So that's a question that Ojashvi Thapa asked. When a player says he values T20 more than Test cricket, does he deserve to play Test cricket and even Ranji? And I'm asking this, Arani, because our
No.
head coach has staked his reputation on Nitish Kumar Reddy.
See, at least he has been honest about saying this upfront. Not many say it in your face. He is a product of T20 cricket. He's a product of IPL. That's why he played that series in Australia. Uh, but then you cannot hold it against him, right? Because uh, what do you do with players who say we want to play Test cricket? So are they taking T20 cricket seriously enough? See, Test cricket cannot be a priority of a modern day cricketer. It is not in their veins anymore. So you cannot be injecting it anymore. You have to accept that fact. Test cricket cannot be. People are more and more players are coming to taking up cricket because they can make a full-fledged career thanks to the IPL, the state leagues, everything. And Nitish Reddy is 24. He's born after Kahuna Pere, I think. So that's a completely different generation. It's a completely different generation, and he cannot be trusting. He's a Gen Z, so you cannot be trusting things on him. And I'm glad at least he spoken honestly here.
Interesting that he said it. I mean, Didi will remember the
Yeah.
shot that he played on day five, on the first ball that he faced.
Uh,
That was a T20 shot to get out. First
Yeah,
ball, he
yeah.
played a reverse sweep and he got out
got out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
when there were about three
Okay.
or four remaining to save the
No,
cricket.
it's fine only, like what Hardik Pandya proved through his actions. He has just said it on the face,
Uh,
so it's fine. Like it is. I
yeah.
think if he is being honest, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a problem. Just that the team management should also keep that in mind and not play him in test, not overburden him by playing him in test matches. See him as a white ball player and use him like that. It's fine.
Correct me if
This
my analogy is correct, Dwaipan and Arani both, even Chandresh, you can jump in. It's like, a mid level singles player in tennis getting decent result in doubles and
Mm.
then switching to doubles completely and winning
Indian
titles in
tennis players
slams
you're
and
talking
Indian
about.
tennis players. So
Martina
ultimately it's
Hingis
about,
also.
yeah, ultimately it's about the money, isn't it? The
Mm.
amount of money that you can make and the amount of amount of length that you can
One
sustain.
yeah. One thing I'll just tell about the GT thing we are saying. There is Jason Holder who is in fine
Jason
Yeah,
form.
Holder.
yeah.
They
Oh
will
yeah.
probably play Jason Holder,
Mm.
Rashid Khan, Glenn Phillips, and Josh Butler.
And he was a
These could
big
be their
signing,
four foreign.
big signing.
Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be their four foreigners, and Rabada misses out.
I don't know
Okay.
how long Rashid Khan can keep his place in
But
the
they will
11.
have to play
So,
Rashid.
yeah,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is one super chat. Arani, on a quick reply from you. Is Rishabh Pant's position still secure in ODI?
It's obvious it's not. When was it secure? It's not secure for the last 2 years, and nobody knows it better than himself, Rishabh himself. So no, it is not. We shouldn't be lying. But yes, he's ahead of the queue at this moment. But an IPL can change perceptions in minutes. So yes, I think his biggest competitor will be Ishan Kishan batting at number five. And he did bat at number five in one Vijay Hazare match where he got a 35 ball 100 as well, Ishan Kishan. So, yes, that will be a big challenge for him.
Okay, this is a final comment I'm just taking here. Manik Preet Singh says, "Arani sir, Navdeep को KKR playing 11 में chance मिलेगा. अब वो part time cricketer है, full time vlogger. Because I believe that he creates a lot of
Uh,
vlogs nowadays.
Vlogs, yeah,
That
he
too even
does.
Arshdeep does, but he plays for India.
Uh,
So in the white
he-
ball format. So no,
But see, the IPL is a long, long tournament. You never know how many injury breakdowns you will see through the course of it. So you cannot rule out any pacer, especially a pacer at this moment. But will he start? It will depend on how he's bowling in the nets and how the others are bowling in the nets as well.
okay, on that note, thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Mm,
Nitin, Dwaipan, Arani.
mm,
That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow,
mm,
the day before the IPL
mm,
starts. Remember, everybody like, share,
mm,
subscribe, and comment on all our videos. Press the hype button. Use the super chat to ask questions because if you want to know where you can buy tickets for the IPL, we've got just the man who will explain which website you can get the tickets. I'm not promising any tickets. We'll show you the website where you can buy the tickets. Am I right, Didi?
mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's
He
.com,
doesn't
but
even check that. He doesn't even check that.
okay. On that note, thanks a lot, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and God bless
Uh,
from all of you, all of us here.
yeah.